make sure we live over here. Let me make sure we live up over here. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, we back, y'all, with another edition of the fifth quarter. And we in week 16. Only 2 weeks left for the season. We gotta talk about what we're down week 15. It's some things that we're down that I didn't even know. That's the thing. Sometimes things go right underneath your nose and you ain't even had a clue on what happened. So I see it was some upsets that went down week 15, that I totally didn't even see. But but before I get into that, I wanted to just open a rant. We're gonna talk about accountability. Accountability. The crossover between accountability in real life and any type of sports, period, is, do you take accountability for what may be looked at as a failure? Do you take accountability for that? And you may say, well, how is that? How is accountability prevalent to real life and competitive sports? Well, I'm gonna tell you how it's the same. And accountability in life, or whatever decision you chose to do something, whether you were supposed to do something and you didn't do it and it went a whole different way, like because you didn't show up to something and because you didn't show up, this happened. You got to take accountability for that, because if you were supposed to be there, you can't blame nobody else but yourself. You understand? And I think that's what's wrong with the world today, period. It's a lot of, these days, a lot of people don't want to take accountability. They want to point the finger. They want to be quick to say, it was this, it was that. Nah, man, you got to take accountability. If you take accountability, you can change what happens moving forward. You understand? Because now that you owning up to it, just your job to make sure it don't happen again. But if you pointing the finger, it's probably going to happen again, because you're not even owning up to the fact of you had something to do with what transpired. You know what I mean? And even we talk about now with the Madden leagues, right? If you don't handle your team like a true owner, make proper trades, spend the money in free agency, set your board to draft if you can't draft, then guess what? When you feel like you ain't got the team to compete, you got to take accountability for that. Don't blame nobody but yourself. You understand? Because, I give everybody ample amount of time to do everything. I never do a rush job. That's something that everybody could co-sign with me. I never do a rush job. So you got to take accountability for whatever it is that you got going on. You understand? No matter what it is. If you miss the playoffs, it's your fault you missed the playoffs. If you feel like you ain't got nobody on your team, it's your fault you don't have nobody on your team. If we 4 or 5 years in and you feel like you don't have no quarterback, it's your fault you don't have a quarterback. It's accountability. You understand? Whether you ain't bidding right in free agency, whether you ain't scouting right on the draft board, or whether you just ain't, trying to make the right trades, whatever the case may be, man. Even if you ain't calling the right schemes to fit your team, you gotta take accountability for that. You can't blame nobody for your shortcomings. I mean, you can't just say, well, what, you lucky you got this. Nah, man, ain't nobody luck. This is what luck is. Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. You understand? If you hang around, like, when you playing somebody, right, and they say, yo, he got lucky, he won the game in the end. Yo, it ain't luck, because guess what? He had to hang around to even have an opportunity to steal that game. Because if he was getting smoked, ain't no luck. Ain't no luck involved then because he don't even get an opportunity. But if you hang around and you just stay close, you get it. You give yourself an opportunity for something wonderful to happen. So, I mean, take accountability, man. Whatever you feel like your team ain't where it's at right now, that's on you. You got to step up to the challenge and make your team better. You got to build your team. You understand? So, accountability, man. We got to take accountability for our own shortcomings or even our own success. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could take accountability for your success. You ain't got to always say, well, if it wasn't for this person, yeah, we get it. If it wasn't for that, cool. But guess what? You have something to do with that. So take accountability, man. Accountability goes a long way. You understand? You gotta look yourself in the mirror sometime and just say, we just wasn't good enough. You understand? Sometimes it's just that simple. We gotta get better. There's plenty of times I lose a game, whether I'm losing by a little bit or a lot. Only thing I say to myself, no lie, is majority of the time is, yo, you got to get better. You're not playing good enough. And that's all it boils down to it. You know, whether you threw 10 interceptions, that's on you. You understand? You got to get better. Nobody made you throw 10 interceptions. Whatever defense you thought you read, whatever it was, whatever button you hit by mistake, that's all on you. Accountability. You got to get better. You got to look yourself in the mirror and know, I can do better than this. So that's all, man. Remember that word, accountability. And with that being said, let's pop off the recap. So far, the first game we had the Chiefs and Lions, and this is an upset. Yeah, both teams are out the playoffs, but remember, both users are new to the league. I took Detroit to win this game, but man, did the Chiefs surprise me. He won 27-20, and you know what, man? I always tell you I root for the upsets. And you know what? I'm rooting for that. I'm rooting for that right there. I'm rooting for the upsets. You know what I'm saying? When I see the upsets, I root for them, unless it's done against me, of course. But other than that, I'm rooting for upsets, man. So good win, Chiefs. And like I always say, it ain't always. And you know what I respect about more than ever about the Chiefs and Lions right now? I gotta give them their props because they came into the league late, right? They just took over this team like 2 weeks ago, tops, right? And their record is horrible, right? But they're not taking over the team and they just waiting for next season. They just piling up, well, we're already out. No, they're playing. You understand what I'm saying? They're playing, and that goes a long way because why wait till next season to start playing with what you got? Why not start now? These are the things that I talk about. When I say things like, yo, if you out the playoffs, it costs you nothing to just even try a whole new playbook. Like, what you got to lose? If you lose the game, it's no big deal. You out anyway. You understand? But you trying to find something to carry on into next season. And I respect about these two, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Jersey Floyd. Shout out, yo, I got to figure out how to say your name, bro. I can't even get that right. Lamala. Well, I'm just going to say L&M, right? So L&M and Jersey Floyd, man, I got to give them their props because these guys are playing, man. Week 15, they're playing. They could have easily said, yo, fair semi game. They had nothing to gain by that. But you know what? I always tell y'all, it's not always about the wins and losses. It's about growth. You understand? It's about being able to see the forest from the trees. Like they're playing, right? They're seeing what's what. They're seeing right now who they got in the team, who they like. And they saying, you know what? All right, cool. I'm keeping this guy. I'm not going to keep this guy. They're trying to find something to carry on to next season. And I respect it and I liked it. And you know what? Chiefs, good win. You understand what I'm saying? But shout out to both of y'all for even playing that game, man. Those are the type of things that I love to see. And these are new guys to the league. You know what I mean? They showing some of you guys up that been in the league already, that just throw in the towel and don't even try to compete. And just be on some more, what's the use? No, it's not what's the use. It's another season. It's another season. You got a couple of games to get better. So good job, y'all. Then we had Panthers. Dre went against Trey Dog. Panthers completed the sweep. He won 38-24. He swept the Saints. He put a bow on it for his division. This division wrapped up now. This is what he need to do. He took care of his business. Panthers been playing good all year, man. They looking like they're gonna come. They looking like when playoff time come, they look like they're gonna be a problem. I can't lie. It look like they're gonna be a problem. And you know, right about now, I gotta say Panthers is probably one. Well, I ain't gonna say probably. They are one of the hottest teams in the league. Bottom line, they've been playing great ball all year, and this right here, sweeping the Saints, Trey Dog, who's no pushover by any means, that says a lot, man. Good win for the Panthers. Well, let me just go over a couple of things. This, I got the force because BS, he's been busy. He ain't been able to play. This game right here, I gave the force to Black Star, right? And some of you may have seen Rico put something in the chat not too long ago. But I guess some of y'all forgot about what I say about scheduling games or reaching out. If your opponent hits you, you know, when league advance, or even the day after, and you don't respond to the day of advance, that doesn't go acknowledged. You can't reach out to somebody on the day of advance, and if y'all don't play, you expect to get a fair sim. Because one, what happened to you reaching out when the league advanced? And two, what happened to you even the next day? You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't get no fair sim. And I told y'all plenty of times, if you reach out to your opponent the day of, to me, that's the same as not reaching out. That's just what it is. If your opponent hits you before the last day of advance and you don't respond to the day of advance and y'all don't play, that is not a fair sim. You understand? Because I'm under that impression too. If I tag you the night of advance or even the day after and I don't hear from you until the day of, in my mind, before you even hit me up the last day of the advance, I already got my mind you ain't playing. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, if I can play, I can play, but I'm not going all out to try to schedule a game to play you because we supposed to been did that. So yeah, this is why Black Star got the force win. It ain't no, you can't tag your opponent the day of advance, and if y'all don't play, expect for it to be a fair sim. Now, Rico didn't say fair sim our game, but if I had to bet money, I'm willing to bet that he will be asking me, yo, why he got a forced loss. Well, if you listen to the cast or you get a chance to listen to the cast, this is why you got the forced loss. I do not acknowledge tags on the last day of advance. Now, if y'all was tagging prior to and you tagged them on the last day of advance, that goes noticed. But you cannot reach out for the first time to somebody on the last day of advance. Now, if you hit him in the DM and I did not know, then that's your fault because you're supposed to let me know. I mean, I shouldn't have to keep repeating myself the same. I shouldn't have to keep repeating the same thing all the time when I'm advancing. You guys already know, yo, nah, I'm gonna get the force because this dude ain't never holler back, or we've been DMing and he told me, you gotta hit me up and let me know. I'm not a mind reader. I can't say, well, maybe they DM, so I'm just gonna fair sim it. Nah, maybe they didn't. You understand? If it ain't brought to my attention, you didn't do it. So this is why Black Star got the win. And just for everybody else to know, once again, if you reach out to your opponent for the first time on the day of advance, I'm not acknowledging that. That's the same as you not even reaching out. You understand? So I'm not having that. If your opponent never hits you and you hit him the day of advance and y'all don't play, that's a fair sim. That is not a forced win for you. You understand? So remember, anybody that reaches out on the last day of advance, that doesn't get acknowledged. So just food for thought. Moving right along. DK been MIA the last couple of weeks, so I just gave the force to the Bucks because I'm guessing DK just been super busy, so he haven't had a chance to play. He ain't played a couple of weeks, so why would anything be different? Major said he got the win, so he gets the win on there. Then we went to Born Ready. Born Ready win against Nav. He ended the Eagles season. I like what the Eagles said earlier though. He took it like a champ. He said, you know, we put together different things on this team. We got a lot of money to spend. We'll be back next year. I mean, look, that's the way to look at it. You understand? There's nothing you can do. This season is over. All you can do is gather up the troops, add to your strengths, and get ready for next season. Eagles had a disappointing season though because he started off 5-0 and he missing the playoffs. That stings. You know what I'm saying? That stings a lot because you went on a roller coaster. You went from a high to a low. You went from looking like you was gonna be one of the top teams in that division to not even making the playoffs. So that's a hell of a ride to go on. But it comes with the territory. But good season for the Eagles, man. He competed, just didn't get the job done when it was time to. And the Jets are still rolling. They're the top team in the league right now. Bap didn't get to play. Bap said he had an emergency at the last second. Hope all is well, Bap. I know you definitely would have played your games, bro. You play all your games. So, if you ain't get to play, then I know something popped off. But I just hope everything work out for you on your end. And Crockpot benefited from this. Not saying he wouldn't have won at all. But I think Ravens would have won this game, especially with Crockpot just taking over this team. But, hey, nothing he can do. He got the win. This is a big win for the 49ers, man, at a crucial time at that. Next, we had Cardinals and Cowboys. I did this game already. When I did the predictions, they already had played. And this is a big-time win for the Cardinals, man. He kept his season alive because, like I said, he wasn't first. But like I said, you can in that division, you can go from being in first to missing the playoffs. But good win for the Cards. He got a win against a very, very good opponent. And defense dominated this game. Next, we had Third World and Managed. I went over this game too. Seahawks blew the Rams out. Seahawks needed this game. And I think the Seahawks need to pretty much probably win out and let the chips fall where they may from there. Then we had TNT. TNT Parkin win against the Bears. I told y'all TNT Parkin is no slouch. And, he pulled out a big win. He got a big win against the Bears. And the Bears had a chance to really solidify that division, and he blew an opportunity. Bears lost last week to the Bucks. Now Bears lost this week to the Broncos. After having a nice season, being up one of the top offensive teams in the league, the Bears offense has kind of hit the wall the last 2 weeks. Good win for the Broncos. Their playoff hopes are still alive. Then we had Money Mascot. Washington win against E-Ball, New England Patriots. Washington blew out New England. I took Washington to win this game. I didn't think the score would be this bad, but Washington got a dominating team over there. And for any time you come to play that team, you don't come to play, these type of results will happen. Big win for Washington. I think the Patriots season is done after this loss. Matter of fact, the Patriots season is done after this loss. Good season for the Pats. He gave it a run, but just going to come up just a little bit short. And he'll be getting ready for next season as well. Then we had an upset right here. Steelers and Bengals. This was a big time win for the Steelers. He needed this game. If he would have lost this game, his season would have been done. He kept his season alive because why? Because he plays the Browns week 17 and he hires the current tiebreaker over the Browns. If he can win next week against the Ravens, the Bengals the Steelers in a very, very, very good position to be in. And I didn't see this coming. I took the Bengals to win. Steelers got the job done. Ran for over 200 yards. And it's just a good showing. Good showing for the Steelers, man. Got the big win when he needed it. That was a big time win right there for the Steelers. Okay, week 16, here we go. We got Chiefs, L&M going against K-Lou, Jags. Look, man, Chiefs showed up last week against the Lions. I took the Lions. I'm going with the Chiefs if this game get played. I'm going another upset, man. Give me Chiefs if this game get played, and I'll go Chiefs 27, Jags 20. And Jags is fighting for his life in that division. He needs this game badly. Next up, Chargers playmaker going against Jersey Floyd, Detroit Lions. Detroit coming off an upset loss last week, going against a juggernaut in the Chargers, one of the top teams over there in the AFC. I'm gonna go Chargers in this one. that morale is high right now. They balling. They've been playing good all season. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Chargers this week. I'm gonna go Chargers 31, Lions 20. Next we got DK Packers going against Black Star Minnesota Vikings. I don't think DK gonna play. He missed the last probably 4 games or whatever due to him being busy. So I'm just gonna move right along. But this game get played, I'll go with Minnesota in the upset. This game get played. I'll go 24-17 Vikings. Next we got Steelers and Ravens. This game right here, this is the Steelers season. They're one game out from behind the Browns, and he plays the Browns next week. If the Steelers can win this game, he get the opportunity to handle his own business. If he loses this game, season is done. You know, can't put it no simpler than that. If you win, you will live to see another week. If you lose, 1, 2, 3 Cancun, because he'll fall 2 games behind. Unless don't get me wrong, the Browns got to play. I got to play the Rams. I have no business losing that game, but you know, we got to make sure we don't come in and play flat. You know, we got to come out and do what we do. But this game is big right here for the Steelers. This is the game. I don't want to say this is the game of the well, kind of is the game of the season, because if he lose, the next game of next week don't matter. But if he wins, then next week's game is gonna be the biggest game of the season, because if he defeat the Browns, he's in. You know, but at the current moment, this is the biggest game of the season for the Steelers right now. He lose, he done. He win, he goes to week 17. But his playoffs start now. His playoffs started week 15. He got the win against the Bengals, big time win. Now he go another playoff game right here against the Ravens. I'm gonna go with the high-powered Ravens, man. That offense been playing out of their mind all season. Give me the Ravens this week, 35-20. 35-20 Ravens over the Steelers. Next we got Trade Dog Saints going against Scott, Indianapolis Colts. Trade Dog playing for a wild card, looking good on that. But you want to go in the playoffs with some momentum. You don't want to come in there, you know, cold. They just lost to the Panthers. A loss right here would really be staggering to that confidence over there in New Orleans. I'm going to take the Saints to win this week, but I think it's going to be pretty close, man. Colts been playing tough. Been playing hard-nosed ball. Give me Saints 30, Colts 21. Next, we got Money Mascot. Washington football team going against Naruto Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, like now, you know, you're in the position where you done blew 2 games you had no business blowing. You was favored against the Bucks. You was favored against the Broncos. You lost both. Now you're going against a Washington team where you're the underdog. You got to pull something out the hat, Chicago, because you slipping around. And if Minnesota win that game this week, oh man, is that division on the brinks for you to lose after you just had a nice little 2-game lead like 2 weeks ago. So this game is big for you, Bears. I'm going Washington though. I can't front. He's playing for something too, so he gonna come into this game focused. Give me Washington 36, Bears 18, 36-18 Washington. Next we got Rams and Browns. I don't predict my game. I say the favorite. I would say Browns favorite in this one by 20. Next we got Buffalo. They get the force. Patriots and Raiders. Game don't mean much, but you know, Patriots still got a shot to get in. He's not mathematically, he's not eliminated, but he got to win out. Of course, he got to win these last 2 games, and he got to see the people in front of him lose their games. That's about the only chance he got. I'll take the Patriots to win this game if it get played. I'll take Pats 34, Raiders 26. Next we got Jets and Cowboys. Born ready against Pearl. Great matchup. Great game should be too. Jets number 1 seed in the league right now. They've been doing what they do, clicking on all cylinders for the whole season. Cowboys, they've been a good team. They just haven't been top. They just haven't been like the number 1, number 2 seed in the league, but they've been having a good season. They still right there to win the division. Cowboys lost last week. I'm gonna go Cowboys to bounce back this week, man, and get the job done. I'm gonna go Cowboys over the Jets this week, and I'm gonna go Cowboys. I'm gonna go 31-27. Cowboys over the Jets. Next, we got Cardinals and Bengals. Another good game. Carlisle still fighting for his life, going against Cincinnati Bengals. At this point, Bengals had a chance to he had a chance to go up one game over the Ravens because the Ravens gave up the force, didn't get it done. Bengals lost to the Steelers, so now they're tied again. Even what they're not really tied because Ravens got the tiebreaker over the Bengals. But Ravens gonna have his hands full with the Steelers this week, so Bengals got a chance to jump ahead of him. He's going against the Cardinals. I'm going Cards though, man. Cards been playing great ball over the last month. They really got their act together. They've been playing solid on defense. I think this is going to be a tough game, but I think the Cards will pull it out. And I'm going to go Cards in this one. 23 to... I'm going to go 23-16. Cards over the Bengals. Then we got Eagles and Giants. Nab going against Big Rico. Both teams are eliminated. So at this point, it's just for pride. I'll go Eagles in this one. 34-23. Then we got Titans. Captain Clutch going against Big Train, Atlanta Falcons. Give me ATL, man. I'll take ATL. They didn't have the season that they wanted. But you know what? They got better. They improved. They definitely improved. And we'll see how they do next season. But they definitely improved from last season. So yeah, I'll go to Falcons this week. Give me ATL 26, Titans 21. Next up, TNT Parking is going against Major Factor, Houston Texans. I'm not sure if Texans is eliminated yet, but I got to find out, But nevertheless, eliminated or not, Texans is going to come to play. And I'm going to go with the Texans to win this one, actually. This will be an upset, because of the record and everything. But, yeah, give me Texans this week over the Broncos. And I'll go Texans 24-17. Texas over the Broncos. Next, Ib Hove, Tampa Bay Bucks going against Dre. Carolina Panthers. I'm going with the hot Panthers, man. They've been playing great ball all year. One of the top teams in the NFC. So, how can I not pick them, man? They've been playing great ball. So, give me Panthers this week over the Bucks. Bucks I got nothing to play for. The morale is down. Offense been struggling. Just bad performance by Tampa Bay this year. I expected more from them. So, yeah, give me the Panthers. I don't see Panthers losing this unless they take the eye off the prize. I think they want to continue to make a statement. So, give me the Panthers this week over the Bucks, 31-21. Next, we got Crock Pot. 49ers going against Third World Seattle Seahawks. This is another big game. This is probably one of the biggest games of the week. It's an NFC West matchup. They both, I believe, have the same record. This right here is going to push that other person that much closer to being eliminated. I'm going to go Third World. No. 49ers won the first. Yeah, 49ers won the first matchup. I got to go with Third World this time. But I will tell you this. If Third World don't win this and he gets swept by the 49ers, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign because, remember, Crockpot just took over this team, man. He ain't do nothing to this team. Yeah, he had a little offseason with them, but so what? He ain't really get to do nothing. He ain't get to build nobody. He building this season. Third World, this is third. He going into his third season with these guys. So, this game means everything for Third World. You lose this game, you got problems because 49ers only going to get better. That roster is only going to get better. So if you don't catch them now, you're in serious trouble over the NFC West. Now, I'm taking you off the strength that he beat you the first time convincingly, but I think that you'll bounce back this time and you'll get the job done. But if you don't win this game, I think you just losing this game is the least of your worries. I think it's going to be more of a disaster moving forward. But Seattle need this game badly. But I'm going to take Seattle, man. But I don't know. But I'm going to take Seattle. We're going to find out what happens from there. There's only a prediction. So give me Seattle this week. I'll go 27. I'll go 27-24. Seahawks over the Niners, 27-24, 3-point win. And Seattle need this win, man. Let's just be honest. He needs this win badly. yeah, so that's it, y'all. That's the recap. That's the prediction. We getting close to the playoffs. We in week 16. Only one week left after this. Then it's playoff time. These races are tight. You know, these races are very, very tight right now. And you know, playoffs is right around the corner, and we got to get with it. You know what I'm saying? We got to get with it and see what happens from there. But very interesting what's going on, man. Very interesting. But yeah, so that's it for the recap. I just wanted y'all to look at the playoffs if they started today. Who would play who? So yeah, man, I'm gonna see y'all week 17. You know what I mean? Week 17, that's a wrap. We done wrap this up. We done got the predictions done. You know, week 17, I'm trying to get ready to come away with another guest. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. That's coming shortly, you know, real shortly. So, you know, I'll holla, man. I'll see y'all when the next advance is here. I'm Ghost.